Day 57, verses 27 to 29, The Illusion of I. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. So far, the Gita has spoken about action, responsibility, and living with sincerity while remaining inwardly free. Today, the conversation moves deeper inward towards something subtle that quietly shapes almost every human experience: the pride of I. All activities are carried out by the three modes of material nature, guna. But one whose mind is clouded by ego believes, I alone am the doer. As the so called most superior species on the planet, human beings naturally feel, I achieved this, I created this, I made this happen. The ego likes to place itself at the center of every success, every decision, and every action. Yet, our life is far more interconnected with other people and other aspects on this planet than we often realize. What we call our actions are shaped by countless influences as well as our gunas, be it our upbringing, personality, circumstances, opportunities, education, fears, desires, habits, strengths, weaknesses, and the environment around us all play a role in our lives. Even the abilities we take pride in were nurtured by people, conditions, and experiences we did not fully create ourselves. This does not mean we are powerless or unimportant. It simply means life is not driven by the individual alone. We are participants in a much larger movement of existence. O mighty armed Arjun, illumined persons distinguish the soul as distinct from gunas and karmas. They do not engage in the senses and sense gratification, knowing well the differences between work in devotion and work for fruitive results. However, a person with true understanding observes life differently. They see emotions arise and pass. They notice desires, reactions, moods, and impulses moving through the mind like changing weather. Instead of clinging tightly to every thought and emotion as me, they begin watching life with greater awareness. For them, emotions arise but do not completely possess them. Success may come, but they do not lose themselves in pride. Failure may arrive, but it does not destroy their sense of self. There is a growing understanding that experiences move through life naturally, just as seasons move through nature. That awareness brings calmness and stability to them. Their mind stops reacting to every passing wave as though it defines their entire identity. Those who are deluded by the operations of the gunas become attached to the results of their actions. But the wise who understand these truths should not unsettle them, although these actions are inferior due to the doer's lack of knowledge. Not everyone sees life with the same clarity, and wisdom must carry compassion along with understanding. It is easy to become impatient with people who seem overly attached, reactive, emotional, or driven by ego. But every human being is growing at their own pace, through their own experiences and struggles. A mature person does not look at others with superiority. They understand how difficult it is to rise above fear, desire, insecurity, and conditioning because they have struggled with the same things themselves. Rather than judging harshly, they respond with patience. Real understanding makes a person gentler, not harsher. The more deeply someone understands life, the less interested they become in proving themselves wiser than others. Ego enters almost all aspects of our life. We become proud of our achievements, defensive about our opinions, possessive about our success, and hurt when the world does not recognize us the way we hoped. The mind constantly builds a narrative around me and mine. From that story comes comparison, insecurity, competition, and endless emotional exhaustion. Yet life humbles all of us eventually. No success is created alone. No person rises without support. Behind every achievement stands countless visible and invisible forces: family, teachers, opportunities, timing, health, grace, and circumstances beyond our control. Keeping this truth in mind is what creates gratitude in our hearts. Gratitude for people, places, living and non living things, and the planet itself. Gratitude replaces arrogance, compassion replaces judgment, and love replaces competition. Thought of the day. As you move through your day to day, pause and ask yourself: am I carrying life with humility or arrogance? Is my ego trying to claim central position at all times? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May life slowly free us from the heaviness of ego, and may we learn to walk through this world with greater humility, awareness, and kindness towards ourselves and others.